I would say
Sausha,
that.
can you laugh really quick? Give him that.
Yeah.
Well, like
You should.
it
You
is
should.
muffled now
You should
because
be
of
using.
the
Yeah, maybe.
because of the high tech
The
pad.
cloth.
Yeah.
The high tech sound pad that we
Yeah.
have there.
Sausha, just try laughing like as loud as you can.
Ha 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 ha!
Anyway, close. So that's
And you know what? We do get pretty loud
Yeah.
when we're
honestly,
in the
it's
middle
only
of it.
Sausha's laugh that I turned down.
Thank you so much.
But
That's
and
okay though.
that's your actual laugh, not your.
We're
That's why.
screeched.
That's why I'm asking you to laugh.
How come you don't use your on?
Because last time I did that, the echo did something to the mic.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why.
Sure. Yeah. No, I
It's
was just
weird.
wondering if there was a reason. Yeah.
Cool.
I thought it was too. But, like when I drank it, like I tried it because we haven't. I'm just like.
Watch out for the
You can always
The
turn that
wall.
up, eh? It's on a spiral. You turn it up.
Yeah, I just I think that looks pretty good though. Like I'm trying to get the angle right.
Yeah.
That's pointed right at me.
The angle
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah, that H1N1 is really good.
Yeah.
The swine flu.
I don't know what it's called.
You should
It's
just
the
call
You know what
H1N.
it's called?
Call
I
it the
don't.
swine
You know it's an H1N.
one.
Is it? I've been calling it H1N1.
I've
Yeah.
Yeah, you
corrected
have.
you multiple times.
Yeah,
and
but
you
I don't-
always
And then
call
it's-
it. I call it H1N1 now every time.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
happening.
He
Selected.
changed it for me. Yeah.
It's a thing now.
I find that since I've started doing like stand up, there's been a constant level of drinking throughout the week.
Yeah.
I one time I went to like a Super Bowl thing at a bar, and there was with my dad, and there was a survey that they wanted us to fill out to like, I don't know, you put your name into a draw, and like one of the questions was like, how often do you drink a week? And then it gave like a bunch of like, you know, like multiple choice answers, and I counted it out, and I was like 30 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I drink every single time I go to a show, and I go to a show minimum 5 times a week at that point.
Yeah.
And like I go to a show like almost like every day, sometimes more than multiple shows in a night, and like I'll pop back a beer almost at every one.
Yeah.
And when I actually counted it out, I was like, that number looks bad.
Yeah.
The safe number is a maximum of 2 per day. If you drink every day and you drink only 2 a day, that's okay.
That is
It's-
never
What about
happened.
binge drinking? You
That
don't
has never
drink and then
happened
you
to
drink
me.
Yeah.
the
Who's
equivalent
making
of
that
2
number
a day.
though? Is
No,
it the
no,
guy
like
that
it's-
feels bad?
Science.
no, it's
Are
yeah,
you-
like it's
Assumably doctors.
like that's the
That's an
no risk
alcoholic
point.
doctor that feels bad
That's
from missing
the-
his
yeah.
daughter's recital.
But literally any time that
That is. Who are these people making these numbers?
like researchers.
Scientists
You're right. They're
who are certified to do so.
They're responsible people.
Not us.
Yeah,
No,
I'll know,
certainly
man.
not us.
There's someone writing these numbers
What's your-
down. There's someone writing these numbers down. They're like, man, I know I missed her recital and her birthday, but I only had 2 beers that day, so fuck you. You know?
I'm healthy.
So
I'm
the,
a doctor.
You shouldn't miss anything if you only have 2 beers.
with 2 of them, it's they can't back up into your liver, and that's where the damage starts happening. So if you have 3 drinks in your system, they're basically queued up, waiting, like the alcohol's
Right.
waiting in your liver, waiting to be processed in your liver. It's backed up, and then that's when you feel a buzz. If you feel a buzz, you're basically doing damage to your liver.
Right.
And then when you
These are
have
toxic.
6 or 7, then it's your liver's working for an extra 5 or 6 hours to get
Yeah.
it back down to 0 because it can only process a drink an hour.
Right,
So-
and that's why if you like drink, and like all of a sudden it'll
Yes.
hit you so super
Oh,
fast.
I'll drink like 3 or 4 pints in an hour.
Yeah, then all of a sudden
drinking-
you're like,
Mhm.
like I've been.
I love how.
Oh god, I can't even. Like it's been a mess. Like when I started drinking, it's just like been binge drinking.
How old were you when you first started drinking?
When I first started, I was the first time I got drunk. I was 17.
How old were you?
I think it was like 19 when I was
Yeah, a
drunk.
bunch of virgins.
I drank before, but it was just like my dad gave me a beer after I mowed the lawn one time when I was 16.
That's such like a dude.
Were you wearing
thing.
something
Such
sexy?
a dude like.
It's
Yeah.
it's so suburban.
Arturo.
It's so white suburban.
That's so like privileged.
Having a beer after doing work.
Wow, you had a dad?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
And he
Sorry.
gave you a beer?
He let me mow the lawn by like he watched me from the deck.
That's why he had you.
I hope so.
He was like, "This is my life is complete. I
moved out now, so he's back to mowing the lawn by himself.
He fucked up. He was like, "Damn it."
Actually, my dad not one time, he's reiterated this point to me on many occasions, but he has this idea that I'm going to be so successful and so wealthy that he's like, hey, Kev, when you have your forever home, can you just build like a guest house for me to live in? And I'll be your landscaper. I was like, you're gonna be my groundskeeper, Dad. He's like, yeah, I'll do the driveway. I'll keep everything.
He'd probably do it for half the cost.
Well, he's going to do it for room and board.
Yeah,
like he just wants to hang out with me.
His boy.
Yeah, and like I don't have the heart to like sit him down and be like, Dad, I'm never gonna be that successful. Like, I'm happy I paid less than $1,000 for a basement a month. Like, I'm so happy. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna own property, let alone property big enough to constitute a fucking guest house.
Very big dream.
Like,
thank you for believing me.
Yeah, like, Dad's gonna move into my second bedroom and take care of the cat litter box. That is.
And half your rent, because you need a room.
Yeah, he's still gonna fucking help out with rent.
Do the dishes.
You'll pay utilities.
Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna turn out at the end. I don't.
Of your life?
I don't want to think about that.
No, I don't even.
Because my dad has such high hopes. He's so positive.
By 28, I want something to happen.
Yeah.
I'm saving up all my money for
You
28.
want something to happen? What does that mean?
Just some kind of sign that I'm going in the right direction.
You should have received those signs.
No,
Because you
no
are.
signs.
Those signs don't exist.
I think that you don't know how to interpret signs. So
I
you
know
get
how to
signs and you're
I
like,
pulled
fuck, that's so
myself
like
out
dumb.
of a drunken cocaine binge.
Yeah.
I know how to interpret signs.
That's not a sign.
Yeah, I saw a sign
You
that
know
like
what's
cookers
you
were saying
are
no to me.
logical. You're like,
And they were like
logically that's
telling me
bullshit.
like, hey, you want the clap?
Witches aren't real.
Rock bottom's not a sign though, man. It's a brick
That's-
fucking wall.
That's
Yeah.
rock bottom is rock bottom. Rock bottom is you need to fucking
But
change your
I
life.
never
That's not a sign.
hit
That's
rock
beyond a
bottom.
sign.
I never
That's-
hit rock bottom.
That's like
When
the
I was trying to get my life
destination.
You haven't
together.
hit rock bottom yet?
I've had
You
when I
better
was
do that by
older.
28 if you want to
Yeah,
find a
but
sign.
otherwise 28 is rock bottom.
Yeah, I thought you'd already done it.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm
That's
saving
not
up
why
all
you're
my
sober.
money.
So you can go on one last
Yeah,
big
one last big
fireball.
Yeah, that's my plan.
On a boat.
Okay, well I support you.
I'm going to take.
Is that when we're gonna do the suicide pact?
No, Sasha,
Oh.
you do too much cocaine.
We already did that.
I don't even anymore.
You didn't sign it. We sent it to you.
I
Through-
can't.
Through Google
My
Docs.
blood is really thin right now. It doesn't
You
stick
can't
to
print
paper
it. You
really
can't
well.
print it out and prick yourself.
No.
Okay, well we'll
I'm
work on
not
that.
diabetic.
We'll work on it.
Yeah. I gouged my Speaking of which, I gouged my finger really deep last night, and I don't know how.
Gouge is
And I
too.
wasn't even really
If you're
that
having
drunk.
it, that's why, because you keep
Yeah.
hitting stuff.
Yeah. Also, gouge is too
That's true.
expressive of a word for that.
It's a gouge.
It is not.
It is a gouge. It's
You-
like a deep.
It's like a nick.
That's a gouge. A nick.
And you were calling me white and suburban.
I am delicate.
We know that.
Thank you. No, it hurts.
It
And
actually
I don't know
probably
how it
does.
happened. I don't know how it
The
happened.
littlest things on
Oh.
your hands hurt the most.
Oh, I know. I have this scar on my thumb that I got when I was in
Paper
grade
cuts
4.
suck.
Oh no, yeah. But this was from a ravioli can that I was trying to take the tab off.
Vicious.
Yeah, and so my teacher was collecting like these tabs for her friend who was like gonna melt them into a wheelchair or some shit. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But like, so like I was like, oh, I'm gonna like I was making ravioli for me and my siblings, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the tab off and give it to my teacher. And so I go after I fucking open the can, and like, cause I'm like 8, and I take the tab off, but while I'm doing it, the lid slices my thumb like right open. Like,
Ooh.
and so I'm like,
Is that why it looks like that?
yeah, that's why. And then when I got fingerprinted,
Yeah.
the lady who was doing my fingerprints, she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with your thumb?" And I was like, "It's a scar. Haven't
Yeah.
you seen a scar before?" She was like, "What?" She was like, "I saw scan. It's weird. Yeah." She made me feel weird about it. But I was like, "That's because I've been getting mud shots. You know,
That's
I'm a
silly.
criminal.
Um,
I deserve to be made feel this way."
Getting fingerprints is the scariest thing. Fucking
Yeah.
oof. Yeah.
I've
It's
had
like
my fingerprints taken.
Did you get them done when they had the electronic scanner, or did you get them like inked? Because
I got the electronic scanner.
I
It
got
was
I've had
so
I've had
scary.
to dust for fingerprints. How fun is that?
Dust?
in like elementary school.
No, I took a course in high school that was called forensic science.
Oh yeah, I remember that course.
And it like legitimately.
Why
was-
did we take that course?
I never took it.
Why?
All my
Yeah,
all my nerd
Because
friends
it
did.
was available to me.
No, I
Was
was
it-
taking that too. What?
Could you use it as like a substitute for like a science or something?
Yeah, what was
No,
that?
it was
Or like an
extracurricular.
elective. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh.
was extracurricular, and like your marks had to be really good to get into it.
Oh, see, at my school it wasn't like that, JP.
That's good though,
Yeah,
because
they were very
it was
inclusive there.
it was the funnest course that I took in school, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make a lot of sense because like crime and things
The
like
mid-
at the Space and Science Center when they had
The midterm was actually a crime scene that the teacher like recreated. She was such a psycho, like in a good way. She was passionate about it. Like she brought in this cop, and he just showed us like crime scene photos for
Sick.
like an afternoon, and it
like
was like
gory ones.
it was like we saw a dude with like his head blown off. Like he was in bed, and what he had done is he had done all his affairs or whatever that he needed to. He wrapped everything up in a nice little bow, and then he laid back on the bed by himself. He put a double-barrel shotgun underneath his chin, and he blew his head away. And like I just remember seeing like a human body, and then like a shotgun like right on his chest, and then like just like black and red liquid. Like there was
Ooh.
no
Graphic.
there was no
It's
head.
an intense class. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they were just like showing that to
They were
us,
like,
and
"Have
like
fun."
next slide.
I'm sure I've seen things like that on the internet. So like, and I was like pretty young.
Yeah,
So,
this
like,
was
it's
in
not like-
school, and we were
Yeah.
like all 16, 17.
Oh, I guess you're older than me, so you probably had different experiences.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I have aged quite a bit.
You didn't.
yes.
I'm just saying, like, when, like my like youth like involved a lot of trolling the internet for fucked up shit.
And yeah, see, like the big sensation when I had the internet as a kid, it was like some kid.
And you weren't
would-
even a kid. You were like a teenager, weren't you?
Yeah, it's true.
Like-
Like 15, 16 is
Yeah.
like when the internet started getting more exposure when I was young. And like the biggest thing, people would be like, check out this video on stickdeath.com. Like you're laughing
you
because
on
you're as old as I
Nexopia?
am.
Were you on Nexopia?
No, I wasn't cool enough to like make a Nexopia account.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know chat rooms. I
I
didn't
was
know.
so scared of Nexopia.
I didn't
I
know
have
any of that
girlfriends in
stuff.
Nexopia.
Of course you did, you fucking baller.
She's
Lady
like-
killer. Oh my god. I had so many boyfriends on Habbo Hotel. That's how I lost my
Huh?
virginity.
Oh my god. That's
Habbo.
No, I
remember
know.
Hobo Habbo Hotel?
yeah.
Yeah.
And like your little characters animation.
Yeah, you could,
do
like-
that thing where you grab your character, they grab your character, and then like you like put beside each other, just like start shifting it around. That was
No, we
sex.
wouldn't even move. Like we would just
That's
like
sex
like stand face to face, and they'd be like, "Oh baby, oh baby."
Yeah. Oh
Is this-
baby.
Oh baby, oh baby.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
that.
like 12, like
Yeah. That's how you
oh
got on the
baby.
list.
Yeah, and then that's how I found out what sex is. It was Habbo Hotel. Oh yeah, this is. Whoops.
So that's how you found out about sex. That's cute. That's cool. That's quaint.
Yeah, mom, where were you? No, I'm just kidding.
She was on that site.
Yeah, it was her. She was like, I need to teach her somehow.
Yeah.
She never leaves over.
That's a weird way to have the discussion. I never had the discussion.
No, me neither.
Me
Yeah.
too. My grandpa thought I was gay.
So he just
Wait, so that
avoided the subject altogether.
But also, like, when I was a kid, I was drinking a lot, so, like, I think that was the bigger problem to me having sex, was, like, my
That's-
grandson drinks way too much.
And he's still virgin.
Yeah.
This virgin drinks
Wait.
way too much.
Yeah.
when did you start drinking?
I started
Because you
drinking at
guys-
11.
11.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like heavily?
My first thing I drank was a Mickey of Everclear, and then I would go on from there.
Holy fuck.
That's-
Start big and
that
start
is-
strong.
Yeah. I remember
That's-
this one time when I went to a party. I snuck out of my grandpa's place and I went to a party, and the party was huge and big, and like I wasn't drunk yet, but then someone passed me Swish, and Swish was like a 40 of moonshine, and I chugged it all to myself, and then they started calling me Swish because of it. Then I went.
That's also like a huge party foul. Oh my god.
What? They're fine.
It's moonshine. It's impressive that he even
Who drinks
brought
it?
it.
Yeah, they were probably just enamored and
They
excited
were like,
that he
this
could do
kid
that.
is
But like, who comes and
something-
drinks
the
all the
Antichrist has
moonshine?
risen.
Well,
Like,
I remember asking my friends I was asking them, why did you guys stop me? And then they're like, no one wants to do that.
I want
no
to
one,
see if you can.
no one wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, if Arturo has something, he has it.
You have to.
Like,
Wow.
I like
has
how you
it.
established like this like
You're like a snapping turtle.
yeah like you've had street cred before you were even on the street.
Yeah.
11.
11. I was like so sheltered. Like at 11, like what was I doing at 11?
Next, Neopets? Ooh, I love Neopets.
Neopets, yeah, at 11.
Oh, right, yeah, I had a
Playing my
Tamagotchi.
DS.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you a story though.
Nintendogs.
Okay, so
Yeah,
sorry.
so I snuck out of my grandpa's place and I went to the party. I drank the moonshine and I came back just like right drunk. I was right the fuck
Is that
up.
all you did? Is just go to a party and get like slammed?
Yeah,
And then go
I would be
home?
at a trailer out in the back of the woods because I lived in a small town. I was raised in Valley View, and that town's like maybe 1,000 people. So like we just go to the trailer, get fucked up, and then my friend dropped me back at my place, and I was so drunk that I forgot I snuck out, and I knocked on the front door. And my grandpa I didn't get a thing from my grandpa, so I knocked loud. I'm like, and then my dog starts barking. I'm like, no, let me in. And then my grandpa opens the door, and like my eyes apparently rolled back. And then I looked at my grandpa, and then he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I live here." And then he's like, "What are you doing outside?" He's like, "This is my yard." And then he's like, "Get inside. Get inside, go to bed." And then like I went to my bedroom and I saw that the window was open, so I was like, "Grandpa, help!" And like he comes in the door, he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Someone broke into my bedroom."
Oh
And I pointed out the window opening, and he's like, "That was you. You did that." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then like the next day I didn't go to school. He like made me work outside, and then
It was a school night?
Sweat it out. 11 on a school night.
I was
a
11
40
then.
of
I was
moonshine.
11 then. I was probably like 14.
14 on a
That's
school night? You
so-
want to know what I was doing at 14? Reading Twilight.
Nice.
And staying overnight at
Lucky.
West Edmonton Mall to meet.
My grandpa's
Like,
he's been through
not
so much
even
stuff with my
anybody.
drinking. I remember this one time I drank like a 2-6 of R&R to myself, and then I went home and I thought it was okay. I was on Nextopia talking to all my girlfriends. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Blah 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 blah.
Wait,
I'm
really
drunk.
talking to all your girlfriends?
Yeah, there are like 4 of them on Nextopia.
Different
Yeah,
chat
different.
windows. Just love you, copy paste.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. I would say this like long big thing, and then I would copy paste it onto the next
Yeah,
conversation.
copy paste.
Yeah, and then one time I got figured out, and this girl was like, "Are you dating this girl?" I'm like, "I think we should break up." And then
Bye,
Bye.
Felicia.
But okay, but like, you were just dating virtually,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like there was love in my lives, but
I
When I
hope
was
they're
there,
doing
it was-
well.
Right, like, did you ever meet these people?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
What?
After we broke up, we met and stuff like that. I met
After you broke up?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
we were
nice.
friends and shit like that. You know,
Yeah.
we hanged out and whatever. But anyways,
That's
so
actually like probably the coolest way
To-
like because like people can be weird and like shitty about it and be like, I never want to see you again, but like it's kind of cool that you were able to like establish.
yeah, well, this was when I had all my teeth, so it's easier.
You still
You
have
don't
all
have
your,
all your.
You do. They just face the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, did something happen later in life?
Arturo
Yeah.
happened. Arturo happened to his teeth.
But what happened was I was on Nextopia and I was like typing all these girls and like I remember just like blacking out and just looking at my dog and then blacking out again, then like opening my eyes and my dog was like had puke all over it.
And you were like, ah!
And I was like, I looked out and like the hallway was so clean. All of a sudden, I was looking around. I was like, what the? I looked at Ninja. I was like, did you puke? And then I remember blacking out and coming to, and like I was in the shower, and my grandpa was like fucking shaking me in the shower, and like I woke up from the blackout, like in my bed, and I was like, was that a dream? And I went to my grandpa, I was like, Grandpa, I had the craziest dream. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Holy fuck!
And then my grandpa had to like this actually that kind of saved me because like I was going in like a really big spiral. I was like stealing money and like booze and people, things like that. And my grandpa brought me to these. We went to church, right? We went to the church every Sunday, and like I talked to these church people, and like they didn't like convert me, but like talked about like every 7 years like something bad happens, and like it's gonna change your life. And like they knew about like me losing my dad and like all my friends. Like I lost 3 friends to a car accident, and like they're like it's up to you what your big thing's gonna happen. It's up to you. It could be this big drunken binge and you could go down the spiral, or the 7th year happens and like you finish high school, like you had a good job. And then I started still partying, but I only partied on weekends. And I was crazy, but I went to school every day. I was gonna be a firefighter, and I trained to be a firefighter. I went on like 3 kilometer runs every day, and I worked out like twice a day, and I like ate really good. And then my life and I went to the Junior Forest Rangers and I like had job lineups and shit like that.
Yeah, you had to like live in the woods for a bit.
Yeah, I camped out for 3 days by myself,
Oh,
which was
your
a lot of
natural
fun.
habitat.
It was actually it was good. It was good, and I had a good time. And like I think that really helped me. Not like the
Yeah.
religious aspect. I am like religious, but like in a different way. But like just them taking the time, and I think honestly it was a big cry for help because my dad, he passed away, and then my mom, she was like absent. And after that day, what happened was I was drunk and I stole $500 from IGA. This is another thing, but I stole $500 from IGA. And it was a small town, so they let me go. They're like, Arturo, you're a really good worker, because I am. They're like, you're a
Well,
really
you
good.
worked there.
Yeah, I used to work there,
okay.
yeah. And I stole it. And I didn't need any money. I wasn't paying any rent. I didn't have any phone bills. Everything was paid for, right? And I took the $500. And the manager's like, oh, we don't know what's going on with you. Like you're a good worker. We love you. Like, something else is happening, obviously. And, like, we're just going to let you go. Like, give us the money and let you go. And my grandpa, he, like, had this big talk with me. And finally my mom, like, started talking to me more. So I think that's why I started doing these bad things.
You're
because-
acting out.
Yeah, I was acting out. But then with me, it's like, if I'm acting out, oh, man, it's bad.
Arturo needs some attention.
Yeah. If I act out, it's
That's some heavy shit. I mean, you tell some stories about your grandpa, and he comes off as like a mean dude, but like, I think it might be justified.
Yeah.
He was, yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah.
My grandpa had to
that's
be
the
Like to
thing.
a certain degree.
My
That's the
grandfather
thing with
had to
children.
be a mean dude to take care of me and my sister.
Yeah.
Because when he was young, he'd be the kind of person that would. So he grew up poor with his grandma, and his grandma had to take care of him. And my grandpa would sell lemonade outside his like home to afford food and stuff like that for his grandma. And like that's his growing up, and like he used to be like
Yeah.
really rich and like really successful. And then he came to Canada and he gave it all up just to take care of me and my sister. And he just like, and like, I think every kid needs that.
Yeah.
Like there are some
Yeah.
things that like went a little bit too far, you know what I mean?
Of course.
But
That's
there
a part of
those things like I don't have like
Not everybody knows.
a
what to
resentment
do.
over it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't like think about it too much. I do think a lot about like my mom and shit, and I get like kind of upset over that. But then again, like she herself was going through shit, so I understand that. Cause me myself, I'm going through shit. So like now me and my mom are like we're actually closer now, right? Because before when I wouldn't talk to my mom for like years, like probably like 8-9 years at a time.
Yeah.
And I would just randomly talk to her. It was probably like because like I was doing a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And I would just like completely forget, right? Because like all I could see was like the anger
Yeah.
and
I do
emotion.
that too.
But then now I'm like clean. I'm like 7 months clean today, which is cool.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate.
So funny.
Yeah. So now I like talk to my mom more. I send her cards. I still get like a little mad. Like when I
Yeah.
bought her a Christmas card the other day for Christmas, obviously, and I grabbed the card and I look at it. I'm like $30. You weren't even at my fucking birthday.
That's I feel just like no to be expected. I
Yeah.
think like you're like.
Like there's a lot of cards I saw, and
Yeah.
there's like one was like I love you, mom. I was like,
We
like where's the comedy one?
don't talk about where does it say
Where's the one
smell?
where's the one with the penguin on it? I sent her one that was like for her nephew, and it was like a penguin joke, and I sent it to her. I was like, there you go, this is my me
I
time.
got my mom a card for for something, and I like got her like like it was like from your dog, and it was
That's funny.
and she was like, oh, yeah, what a weird card, but it's from you, so.
That's funny. That's super funny.
I don't know. Cards are dumb.
I like doing really dumb ones because they are dumb.
Yeah.
Like-
That's way more endearing for someone because it's like you're just paying $5 for like a piece of like cardstock that has like a generic message
Yeah.
written on it, or
You can get a blank one and write your own.
yeah, exactly. Like that's way better.
I like doing that.
Hallmark, fuck you, Hallmark. You suck. Everything about you suck.
Yeah.
Big businesses, shut them down.
But yeah, it's so plastic, and it doesn't apply to everyone's life. Or if it does apply to your life, then you need to make changes.
Well, but they're so generic that they can apply to your life. Like
That's the
there's like
thing.
that. There's nothing.
But like,
That's
just,
how they make so much. That's
but
the
yeah, but-
business idea.
yeah. But like you're saying, just buy like the blank cards and write your own because that's worth way more. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
give a card, I would rather not receive a card. Here's the thing, I hate receiving gifts.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
I like would rather give a card than a gift, or like a gift card or like money. Like like I'm much
Yeah.
more. I'm not a very sentimental person.
Yeah.
So like.
I just don't like stuff. I don't like accumulating stuff that I don't need.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'd
fair.
rather get like
It
a
is
pack
clever.
of pencils than
Yeah,
like
that's
something that's just gonna.
useful.
Yeah, because like if I'm gonna buy something that's a gift, I'd buy it for myself. Like you have cool posters
Yeah.
in your house, I'd buy that for myself.
Yeah.
But I don't want that from other people because they might get
Yeah.
the wrong one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
They don't know you that
Like,
kind of.
yeah.
Like,
You know
Like-
what's a great gift? Batteries. Everyone needs
Batteries.
batteries.
Yeah, that's true.
Batteries
I got
and
my mom
socks?
a Netflix
Socks.
gift card, and I was like,
Yeah.
she pays for everybody's Netflix. I thought that
Mhm.
was a good idea. And I was like,
That is
That's
actually really cool.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also really cool that your mom pays for it.
She's not happy about it.
Oh.
She doesn't do it on purpose.
She brings it up in the
She
newsletter.
we all hack. Yeah, in the that's how we talk. We don't talk except for a newsletter. She's like, I miss you.
Families do.
Dear Sausha, I haven't spoken to you. in
Dear
about-
offspring.
How are you? I've forgotten what you look like. It's been a long time.
Your face is but a memory.
You haven't asked me for money in about 6 months. I'm a little worried about.
Oh my
for
god.
you.
I asked my mom for money once when I was high. I didn't feel bad. That was the only one that I didn't feel
I
bad.
asked her for
I was like,
money.
I need this money. I asked her for like, I sent her. I was like, hey, can I borrow $60? And she's like, my mom's like not very good with banking. And I was like, you have to e-transfer me it though, blah blah blah. And she's like, yeah, I'll go to the bank. I was like, wait a minute. And like, I was like, can I borrow $180? And then she's like, yeah. And I was like, I added another 260. I was like, can I borrow 240? And then my sister called me. She's like, stop. And I was like,
Aw. At least, yeah.
plans ruined.
See-
Yeah.
that's what I like
for the
about-
best.
Having a mom that was young, but now like she's older now. Like she grew
It's
up.
sexy.
How?
Maybe you could be my dad.
Like he's
I
not
like that
already.
better. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Who needs her?
Yeah.
You could just be my dad.
How?
I need you. I need you.
Yeah. How young was your mother?
She was 19 when she had me on her 19th birthday. So like,
Nice.
yeah, and
That's
then
pretty young.
yeah, I mean there's you could be younger, but like it was young for her.
Fucking.
You could be younger.
that-
But I
Like
mean-
biologically, the human
No.
body is ready for childbirth.
But that first blood, come on.
If it bleeds, it's ready to breed. That's
Ah!
not what I said. That's what I said.
It's a
because
quote.
she said it by the way. I'm not saying that. I'm not a disgusting piece of shit.